Welcome viewers, this is Windshear bringing you some highlights from my first competitive match participation in Battlefield 4. And unfortunately I apologize, the first match, I just didn't want to record it. It was only, it's called what we call a burn match, which means it doesn't count. But out of the 3 matches we played, this was the most interesting, at least for me. I was just destroying this 4 team. But what I'm doing here is I'm playing on a team, or participating on a team called WAR9. They're kind enough to invite me in to participate in this match, and I'm not running their tags because I'm not really a member of this clan, and I'm kind of staying away from clans in general right now because it's a commitment I don't want to make in terms of scheduling practices and the whole competitive league in Battlefield, or just in gaming in general. It's just more than I can put on my plate right now with work schedules and stuff like that. So every now and then I'm glad to participate, and that's why I'm playing in this game. And on Float Zone, this match was it was so much fun. I was just airbursting this team and watching cruise missiles drop. The competitive aspect of this is what I'm trying to get at. Was very enjoyable, much more enjoyable than Battlefield 3, particularly on a next-gen console because we're playing Obliteration here. It's 32 versus 32. Excuse me, it's 16 versus 16, 32 players in all, and with a commander on each side, or at least on our side. I'm not sure why they didn't have a commander yet. Again, this is a burn match, but as you can see, my score there was pretty darn good. It was a lot of fun to play that game, and again, I apologize for not getting you. Just didn't expect it to be that good, so I'll try to improve that in the future. But I'll show you highlights here from the next 2 matches. And again, we're playing Obliteration, which to me is my favorite game mode, and I think this is a good competitive game mode, and it plays well with Battlefield 4. It's that back and forth kind of football mentality, where you got the bomb, you got several objectives you're trying to get the bomb to. It just seems to play out real well for competitive gaming. The question I guess is on everybody's mind with Battlefield 4 is it capable of producing real good competitive matches, in comparison to like Call of Duty? Well, I think there's much there. The answer is yes, and much more, because look at, again, moments like this is a Battlefield. I mean, look at this. Just your epic standard Battlefield moments. You have like a jet crashing into a building that's taking down a tree with a helicopter going overhead. You should see those cruise missiles drop. I mean, every time a cruise missile drops from the commander, it's just like, wow. Now right here, did you just see that RPG shoot in front of me from my left to my right? I see that guy over there. I'm not going to engage him. I'm going to take cover because he's got a better situation than me. Now check out this guy out here right in front of me. He's got good cover. He could head glitch. But yet then he pulls out to the side and exposes his whole body to me. Big mistake. You don't do that. So I capitalized on that guy's mistake. I thought he had me dead to rights there with his cover. And then I don't know if he didn't see me or what, but now I'm going to turn back around and address that guy I saw me, who basically had a guy spawn on him. So I was anticipating 2 guys to be there, but again, M249 is capable of dropping guys at those kind of ranges. So any chance I get to explain my gameplay, I will take advantage of that to you guys, and just remind you of mistakes I see day-to-day basis with players. Never leave your cover, and remember players that spot you, because they'll be coming after you. I can't tell you how many times in this game when players see me and I retreat, I guarantee you they will always pursue you. And what do I say? One of my number one rules, you never pursue players into buildings. You just don't pursue players in general. It's a bad idea unless you know where they're going, you have them spotted, and you can verify that on the minimap. That's something I always preach in this gameplay. So on this class and support on Daybreaker here, I'm trying to run C4. Obviously the armor is a big consideration and a threat to you on the battlefield. Almost plant the C4 here on him, but I think just by chance he decided to go forward. I don't think he saw me, so that was a lucky break on his behalf. But I'm trying to get up here, get my teammates to spawn on me, get a elevation, a tactical advantage here, because again, moments like this, look at all these players out here. You got vehicles. There's some mines there on the ground. There's just so much going on here in the gameplay, and it's like, why don't we see more competitive gaming out there? And I guess the biggest, I would have to say, the biggest enemy or the biggest problem with Battlefield 4 is the player count. Trying to get a team of 16 players aside is a very difficult thing. And that was a problem I had with my other clan with Battlefield 3. If you guys were on my channel there, I had a clan called One World Order, and we had about 7 competitive matches. And of course, the player counts are much smaller there on that platform. But just getting 12 players in to all commit to one game at any given time is a very uphill battle. And I'm not sure what this LAV is doing driving into a building. That is not a good idea. So I'll take care of that. I mean, in competitive gaming, you can't just forfeit an LAV. That is actually absolutely crucial to your team's longevity and effectiveness on Battlefield. Not just forfeiting a vehicle like that is not an option. But so what I'm trying to say here with the competitive future of Battlefield 4 is that it's its own worst enemy in the fact that trying to get this many players in the lobby at any given time with everybody's schedule and gaming and stuff it's very difficult to do. It's very difficult to coordinate, and shout out to 3 Cores down here for basically orchestrating this match. He set up this match, he got everybody committed, he's the one getting somebody to go out there and schedule this and get everybody's schedules going, and there's me him working together right there. It's a very difficult thing to do. People have busy schedules like myself, they have families and all that, so to get in the competitive gaming of that, you have to have somebody that's willing to sacrifice and commit and schedule, and then, you know, holding people accountable if they fail to show up. And anyway, so I'm just saying right now, competitive gaming is if you're looking to get into it, these are the biggest hurdles that I've observed that I see day to day complications. But that's not saying it can't be done. But of course now with console, the big logistical consideration is that we don't have rentable servers right now, and that's supposedly in the works. We'll see. But you know, that's very difficult because what we have to do right now is get a server setting, server number that we all have to jump there at precise time, and if somebody drops out or whatever, you have a random getting in there that doesn't want to leave. They have to leave basically willingly, so that's a frustration as well. So we won Dawnbreaker there. Those are a few highlights. Now I'm getting into Rogue Transmission here. Right off the bat, you can see me change my loadout because now instead of C4, I want the UCAV, because UCAV is absolutely devastating on this game mode. If anybody grabs a bomb, they're out on a quad bike, they're dead meat. And right off the bat here, I take out their transport helicopter with a triple kill. Even with the UCAV nerf, that piece of equipment is still capable of dropping helicopters. You basically have to get a lot of momentum with the UCAV, a lot of speed, you have to drive it right through the windshield in order to take out helicopters, but you can still do it, whereas before it was much more easy to do. Look at this guy getting a triple kill with Ace 23 in the kill feed there. Preacher, nice kill. I mean, and that kind of gets to my next segment, is about what weapons you use in competitive gaming. You see a lot of carbines, you see a lot of Ace 23s, Ace 21s, or the Ace 52 CQB variants. But it still takes a lot of players willing to... You have to have a balanced loadout. I'm the support guy. We have 2 engineers. We have some recons out there with PDSs to laze targets, people with javelins. So you have to get a strategy. There's so much strategy with Battlefield 4, unlike we see with other games. I mean, there's so many aspects of vehicle gameplay. How do you combat, you know, both land and air vehicles? You know, long-range targets, short-range targets. I mean, the weapon you choose is very important to your success on the battlefield, and you have to have a weapon that you're very comfortable with. Mine is the M249 with over 4,000 kills now. Now here you can see me missing the chopper, getting mobility hit, he's crashing, he parachutes out, and now, you know, I have to rely on my weapon to basically fix the mistake I made there, and I did. And I was fortunate enough I got a headshot there at that range. Again, this weapon is just devastating. So, in summary, as I wrap up this here in the gameplay, there's not much to talk about here. I mean, we just steamrolled this team, so unfortunately, this clan, what is this? The clan name, UrMa or something? Anyway, I don't know. Oh, right here, by the way. If you're taking fire straight in front of you, and you got enemies to your left, eliminate the threat, at least half of the threat. So I take cover here and address those enemies in front of me. So at least do something, and you know, that's the only way you're going to survive a situation like this. It's real easy to get enveloped in the firing on this map, Rogue Transmission. And I eventually changed my loadout here to include a mid-range scope because I have more longer-range engagements. But in summary, competitive gaming, Battlefield 4, I think there's huge potential on it. I think it's underappreciated element of Battlefield 4. If we can get the rentable servers on next-gen console, that'll really help. On PC, this should be turnkey right now. I just can't believe I don't see big clan match engagements on YouTube. They're not out there. I'm sure they are. People are probably streaming it and stuff, but in terms of the big names out there on YouTube, I just don't see people doing this, and I would like to see more of this because there's a lot of elements here that are enjoyable. Competitive gaming, I think, has a lot of potential with Battlefield 4 if you get the right game mode and if you can get a clan that's actually organized and meets regularly. But again, the more you play, then the more you're gonna have people get burnt out too and stuff like that. Because I've never been one of the biggest criticism when we did play competitively, particularly in Battlefield 3, was you don't want to feel like it's a delicate balance between having fun and feel like it's turning into work or practice. You know, the practice events. Then you have certain players that really want to get hardcore, like, well, we need to have tactical callouts for every little rock on the map, and knowing when to reference those, and you know, our overall strategy and plan. I mean, yes, that's what's gonna bring, that's what's going to win matches. But also, this is a game, and you want to have fun. You don't want to feel like this is turning into a chore or a labor, and that's where I kind of got into that. So, you know, and then of course, personalities. There's always conflicts with competitive gaming and certain players. So, yeah, that's the most important thing, is whether or not you can actually stand the players and get along with everybody. So there's always some kind of drama at some point in time. So, yeah, these are considerations that you see with competitive gaming and clans and matches. But shout out to WAR9 here. They're a great platoon. If you guys are interested in joining them, I'll leave a link to their platoon in the description. They're always recruiting good players. But bottom line is, you gotta be cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more competitive gaming matches in the future. I'll see if I can participate more on WAR9 or other teams in the future. Thanks for watching.